If you get caught in the Amazon, do not try to make a fire because you won't be able to, and it'll break your spirit. Like you're not going to be.
I didn't
able to
think
make
that's where
a
you're
fire.
going with that.
If you're lost in the Amazon, forget a fire. It's
So
not going to happen.
Your broken spirit will kill you before the elements?
You will realize how hopeless your plight is when it is impossible for you to make a fire. So now you're going to realize that everything that you eat is going to be raw. And you're going to have to catch things and eat them raw to stay alive.
Right.
And now you're an animal.
No. I don't even know. Like I'd be trying to catch a small animal and strangle it. What am I going to do?
And the likelihood of them finding you is so small. If you just go on a walkabout, if you're like some wacky dude who goes off his meds and decides to go on a walkabout in the Amazon, they're not going to find you.
So many walkabouts just don't turn out well.
A lot of them don't.
Why keep walking about it?
But why are walkabouts so romantic to us? You know, like that movie with the kid who, what was the movie called where he lived in the bus in Alaska? Yeah. Into the Wild?
Oh, yeah.
Into the Wild. Like, why is that so romantic to us? For someone who just goes out into the wild, and even if the dude dies out there like that guy did.
Maybe there's some type of like, whether it be just finding yourself or like just being at one with these elements as much as possible feels like something romantic, I guess.
Yeah. It feels like this understanding that we're disconnected from the rest of the world because of what
it gives
created.
perspective for sure. Perspective.
Yeah. It does give you perspective. It's also like the more disconnected we are, the more ridiculous we behave. Like, where do people behave the most ridiculously? In big cities. They're the most disconnected from nature. The most. You're living in concrete jungles, honk, honk, fuck you. You're living in New York City, like, you're disconnected from nature, period.
Right.
Fuck your park. Park's cute.
Yeah,
that park's cute. It's surrounded by New York City. Like, that is, it's so unnatural. It's so contained.
Yeah.
It's actually contained by the city. The park is contained.
Yes.
It's not peaceful. It's peaceful enough.
Right.
It's a nice park. It's a lovely park. But
You've been through it all? Have you been through it all?
Yeah, I've been through the park.
I mean, but
lovely.
Because it's like I thought I went to it, but then one day I like really went to it. It's like I went to like every area, which is there's so many things I didn't know. There's
It's
like
really big.
There's like 50 things, like places.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing about New York City that they have that park in the center of it. It really changes the dynamic of the city.
It does.
I think it makes the city a more livable place, a more friendly place.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's crazy that you have this insane urban environment, and then inside you have this massive park.
It's like another world in there. It's There's
But the difference between that and the woods, the actual woods, like the Colorado Rockies, the difference between being out there and waking up and just looking, and all you see in front of you is mountain peak after mountain peak after mountain peak, and it just goes on. That is a different feeling. That's the real feeling. And that feeling is, I think that feeling is like a thing we're supposed to get. I think that's supposed to be, it's
primal.
part. Yeah, I think it's a part of our requirements of being a human being, that we connect with the earth, that the earth sees us, we see it, we're out there in it, and we realize our actual place. We got all cocky in our fucking Uber in New York City, getting out, buying a slice, and you think you're all disconnected.
We think we're better than.
Well, we're just trapped in our own little fucking zoo, the little zoo that we've created. But when you go out in the world, you feel so vulnerable. You go out into the woods, you feel so minuscule but connected.
Connected, but you're right. You start to feel where our place is.
Yeah.
We are not as we are bitch ass.
Bitch ass.
Yeah, that's
bitch
right.
Ass.
That's a bitch. That first wave that comes over you is a bitch ass wave.
Bitch ass.
Right?
Compared to all the other things, bitch ass.
I don't think I'm catching anything. I don't think I'm gonna kill any. What do you think you feel like when you're not even at a point where like it just happened, but you know you ain't getting out of it? So it's like your survival mode is gonna kick in. How long you last, I don't know.
You probably go into shock. Like
right?
if a bear grabs you, you probably just go into shock.
Well, I had this conversation yesterday actually. So would you be able to play dead?
It depends on what the bear wants, man. See, there's two types of bears. Black bears and brown bears. Black bears or more likely. This is two types of bears in North America.
Yeah.
There's the black bears. They're also brown too. A lot of black bears are even blonde. They look blonde sometimes.